I see a lot of vintage Christmas ornaments. Oh, whoa. Welcome to episode 42, and this episode was a little bit of a surprise episode. Amy was out running errands on Friday, getting a haircut, doing some stuff for her new business she just started, and saw that there was an estate sale that started at noon that was nearby. She had a little time between appointments, popped in, and she cleaned up. She got a lot of collectible Barbie stuff, new in the box, vintage Barbie stuff, Blenko glass, vintage perfumes. We spent a total of $228 on everything, but we should do really well on this stuff. Let's get into it and show you what we got.
Okay, so we'll just look at the glass pieces.
Yeah, let's start with that, then we'll go through the toy stuff.
Okay, so they're all Blenko, and they all have the watermark. This one has the sticker. Maybe it'll be easier to show this one. Okay, so, oh, here it is. It's really hard to see.
You just have to trust us.
Okay, so it has a watermark. It says Blenko 2001. So all of these are, they're from like the early 2000s. So they're not true mid-century, but they're Blenko, which is a West Virginia glass company. So if you were to buy these retail, I bet this is like, these are like, I don't know, $200, the larger ones. So the resale value is not as high on the newer ones versus like the ones from the 50s, 60s, 70s. But from what I'm seeing, people have these listed anywhere from like $100 to $200 for the big ones.
Mom, kiss that back.
Okay, so they're not going to be worth as much as the ones that are true vintage from the 50s, 60s, 70s, but these are still going to be, I'm just rough estimating. Like maybe that one's $60, maybe this one's 80 to 120, and it's a really good thing that Shane is good at shipping and packing, because obviously these are very breakable.
Yeah, I'm very confident in my shipping ability at this point. We've actually shipped 2 large Blenkos like that before, and they both made it safely.
Yeah, these would not be, if I was a really amateur shipper, this would make me very nervous, but if you ship it the right way, it can make it safely. So let's say the total resale value of these is, let's go with like conservative 300.
We'll put the comps in too after we finish making the video, so we can get a little more of an exact estimate.
And I did spend $15 on each on these ones, and then $8 on the little one. There were other glass pieces there. There was another Blenko, but it had a big chip out of it, and like so much stuff was happening that I just went with the ones that were obvious. I might have missed a piece or two, I'm not sure, but everything was kind of scattered. There was a lot of people. It was tight quarters, and I'm carrying around these big glass things, so I just did. And
you bought a lot of stuff, so that's probably a little overwhelming.
These were the first things that I found when I walked in there. They had like glass all over the mantle and the fireplace, and these were the first things. I didn't even see the Barbies yet, but yeah, just carrying them around was kind of chaotic.
Oh yeah, yeah. All right, moving on.
All right, so the majority of the things I got was all these Barbie things. It was one of the, they were in the garage. There was actually another reseller there that I know, and she was like, yeah, I saw those, but I didn't really want to mess with them. And I said, I do. And so they had each one marked like the ones in the box, new in the box, were marked $10. Yeah, all the ones new in the box were marked $10, and then there were like the older 80s or 90s sets that they had it marked at $5, and I just made her an offer on everything, all the Barbie things that I got, for $140. So when I think it was like $20 to $30 off the whatever the tag price is. Yeah, so I spent $140 on all the Barbie things, and it was pretty chaotic. Like, again, it was tight quarters, so I didn't have a chance to really look them up, but typically they're not going to be worth all that much. So, you know, like this one's maybe $20, so typically I would not spend $10 a piece. You have to be careful. Just because they're brand new Barbies in the box does not mean that they are worth anything. But as I was negotiating, I did take a second to just look up one of these, just one, and I think I looked this one up, and it had sold brand new in the box of $200. So at that point I was like, I'm covered. Whatever these go for. I'm covered with just this one, so I assumed that all the other ones in this series were going to be worth similar.
Yeah, you got how many? 5 new in the box.
Well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this one 6. This Happy Family. So evidently, I don't know Barbie history or whatever, but evidently this Happy Family series, which is from the, I want to say early 2000s. Yep, 2003. These are hot commodities. So if you see these, you want to get them. So even if you see these not brand new in the box, when I was looking up comps, I saw even, let's say, him like out of the box separate was $60 to $80 just for the doll alone. So we have, what is this? Alan and Ryan birthday party. Happy first birthday. We have the grandpa happy first birthday. Like I said, this was like 100, between 1 and 200. This was like between 1 and 200. Alan and Ryan again, but a different dad and son. This is the grandma for the first birthday. And then this one in particular is mom and baby. This one had solds of between $300 and $400.
Holy cow.
This girl just alone, like naked, no clothes, no accessories, sold for $80. And then we've got this car down here, and that has solds of like between $200 and $300 new in the box. So collectively, just this series is like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I don't know, $1,000.
And you got it for what? 140?
Well, that's up for all the stuff. Okay, so as I said, those in the back, that's not typical. Like, that is not what you would typically find for a Barbie new in the box. We've sold a lot of them, and usually they're in like, what, the $20 range?
40, yeah.
Like 40 at the most.
Yeah.
Those are like way off the charts. The price of these ones are more typical than what I would expect. So we have like a whole collection of Halloween Barbie and little friends. These are probably from what? I want to say those are from the same time period, early 2000s. Oh, 1998. Okay, so we've got
late 90s.
all these Barbies, these little people. We saw, I think the whole set, maybe we'd expect to get like 150 for all of these together. And again, I wasn't looking them up, but I was covered by just that one Barbie, so I wasn't too worried about it. And plus my daughter loves Barbies, so
Worst case scenario, it goes in her treasure box.
yeah. Like this one right here, this is more modern. It sells for like $20. That'll probably be a present for her. This I threw in here. This is a Sandy Line stickers. Weirdly, like these Sandy Line stickers from the late 90s, there was this huge sticker craze that I had so many stickers. But Sandy Line and anything Lisa Frank from around that same time period, they could be hit or miss. They could be worth money, so I just threw those in there. I think my sister had these exact stickers. She loved frogs. But I just threw that in there. It could be something, I don't know. All right, so that's the Halloween set. And then there are all of these in the package, but they're not new. Which this does present some extra work because you have to make sure the pieces are there, which can be time consuming and tedious, which is why the other reseller, I think, passed in these things. Okay, this is from 1987. That looks like a fun time. So we're gonna have to go through these and see what's actually in the box. I did not even look at all. I'm still amazed that people even can keep their stuff together because our kids' stuff does not stay in the box. Okay, so it looks like there's a fair amount of pieces. There were also like 2 totes full of just loose Barbie stuff that I did not buy. I just got kind of overwhelmed. But we've got Island Fun Hut, Jungle Adventure, and Miscellaneous. I don't know what that says. So
yeah.
That makes me think there's probably random stuff in here.
Extras.
Barbie Travel Agent. complete with a
Is that also from
file.
the 80s?
I would strongly guess that that's in the 80s. And then, okay, then these things are, they're Mattel, which is the same maker as Barbie. But these are Heart Family, and I had these when I was growing up. So, it looks like you play with them with Barbies, I guess. So again, I don't know what's exactly in these boxes, and the comps are kind of all over the place. There's not a ton of solds. So I don't know, we'd have to do more research. And again, we'll have to look and see what's actually in this box.
So like you said, anything that's not worth it, we'll just add to a Edie's treasure box.
Maxi Daydreaming Bed. This has solds of like $45. No idea what's in this box. It looks like it's in there with the accessories. So $40 to $60. Then this Easter one, which was like, I don't know, 15 bucks. And then back there is another Heart Family camper, and that had a sold, I think, of 70. And that is definitely in there. And then Barbie Ice Cream Shop. This box has a ton of random stuff. Evidently, you can make your own ice cream. And that was like 30 to 50, maybe. But it's gonna take some work to look through everything, put things together, clean things up. So it's gonna be a process.
But it was worth it just for the new in the box stuff. So anything you get out of the rest of it is bonus.
Yeah, like in theory, I could have just bought those and left everything else. But you just kind of get swept up in it sometimes. And it's not that they're worthless. It's just, it's going to take more work than the things obviously that are new in the box. But
in worst case scenario, you make Edie very happy.
Yeah, worst case scenario, our daughter's very happy.
Yep.
And that's fine. I grabbed these 3 perfumes, which I tend to do at sales. I'll just buy them if they're cheap enough. And these were 25 cents a piece, so I took the gamble. They're all kind of dusty. This one's basically trash. It's like $10 new, so that's going in the trash. This one is Escada. I think it's called Island Kiss, and this was my scent in like high school. So I bought that, just that fact alone, and I don't think it's worth that much. I think you can still buy it for like $30 or something.
The nostalgia of it.
Yeah, I knew what it was. I knew exactly what it was when I saw it. But this one is a designer perfume. It is dusty, but it is discontinued, and ones that are new in the package sold for like $450. So I don't know what we're gonna do with this one, but
it's probably 60-70% full.
Okay, Department 56. I have a love-hate relationship with Department 56. They're big, as you can see. They're bulky, and the market is saturated with them. It's kind of like the Barbies. You don't, just the run-of-the-mill ones are not going to be worth spending 10 bucks on. However, I knew that the Halloween ones can be really good. But I saw the tag on this one, even brand new, was $120. So I got this one for 10 bucks, and I think this one was $5. I just took a gamble. I didn't look it up, but the Halloween ones in particular are worth a gamble, and this one has a resale value of about $100. This was like 20.
Nice.
But I just grabbed them. So 10 into 100, I'll take that. And then these little guys up top are just cute, and we've sold blown glass pumpkins like this before. Might put them in our shop. I don't know, probably they were $1.
$1 a piece?
Yeah, they were $1. So I don't know, 20 bucks probably. And the last thing is I did grab some kids' clothes that we're going to talk about. Okay, so lastly, you know, I'm always kind of looking for kids' clothes just because my kids are always growing, and why not just grab some clothing. So, but also from a reselling perspective, there are some brands to watch out for, because a lot of times people are getting rid of their kids' clothes like 50 cents, $1. And there are some higher end brands that the resale value is pretty good. So this is Janie and Jack. So that's a good brand. That's a higher end brand. I mean, if you're buying these retail, skirt could be $40-50. So I got a couple of pieces of Janie and Jack, and again, maybe my kids will wear these. Like and this is another brand to watch out for, Mini Bowden or Bowden. We've sold these, we've resold our daughter's clothes from this brand, and a pair of jeans could be $20. So if you can buy it for 50 cents, like we typically buy vintage stuff, but I'm all over the place now. Like, you know, now that I know that certain things have value, as I've learned, I will still buy it and we can sell it. I'm not just...
It's low risk. You're like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, our kids are probably going to wear these and then we'll resell it. But even for baby ones, you know, you buy it for 25 cents, sell it for 20, why not? And they're easy to ship. They're compact. So again, Janie and Jack, another Janie and Jack sweater, and this one might be Gap. Yeah, Gap, and then other Bowden, mini Bowden pants. So my total spend was $228. I even got a little receipt that they were typing up. $228 for everything, from the Barbies to the Blenko to the clothes. Everything was $228. So we will make that back on one Barbie. So I was pretty stoked about that.
It's a good day. And that was just one of those situations where you were not even sure you were going to do it.
No,
Yeah.
I had other stuff going on. I wasn't even in the yard sailing headspace.
As always, visit our store at coastalreselletherapy.com. The link will be posted in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.